And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to being your consumer advocate, helping you understand your buying decisions, making you more street smart here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And it's all about you, our show listener, the viewer. Maybe you're watching our TV show version on Apple TV, Amazon, or Roku, 85 different outlets. And we'd love to help you win, as we say, in any marketplace. Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you may need it, 813-750-0550.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
We love it when the hotline rings. You can call or text 813-750-0550. Call or text the hotline, and we would love to get in touch with you. We had a lot of people calling in last week wanting to find out more information about how to get pre-approved for a mortgage, how to improve their credit scores. We've had a lot of people reaching out, wanting to get in contact with our different roofing providers, our home inspectors, home service providers, and of course a lot of referrals also going out to our attorneys. We've got great attorneys in all different areas of business and life, everything from estate planning to family law, work comp. So anything you need, we want to be that consumer, that the consumer advocate, that super connector that you reach out to. You can hit us on the website as well, consumerqb.com, consumerqb.com. I want to give a shout out to Discovery Golf Cars as well for business or recreation. It seems like everybody's getting a golf car these days. There's lots of makes and models. E-Z-GO, Star EV, Cushman. They offer new and pre-owned, and you can also rent or buy. Discovery Golf Cars located in Clearwater, also up in Tampa, and longtime friends of the program, and they hooked me up with my Keller Williams Red, beautiful. Wrapped it with the show logos and information on it. Go door knocking out in the communities and meeting our local area buyers and sellers and investors. Discovery Golf Cars, longtime friends of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got a couple of hot listings here for this segment. I want to let you know about a property on the beach, Clearwater Beach, that is, 1200 Gulf Boulevard, number 1805. Got a penthouse for sale, 4,000 square feet, beautiful property. There's 3 terraces as well, overlooking the intercoastal waterways as well as the Gulf of Mexico and the beach. And this property is 1200 Gulf Boulevard, number 1805. It's a Meridian condo right here in Tampa Bay. Beautiful property. Of course, all the resort-style amenities that you would expect from a top-tier, A-class type facility. 1200 Gulf Boulevard, available at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, let's introduce our expert contributors for the show today. We've got on the line Jannete SAWDON. Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, as always.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm representing Febre Frameworks, and Jannete is you are the general manager, right?
Yep, I am. I've been here for way too long now.
Very cool. All right, and also, so we're going to talk about photography, real estate photography, drone, Matteport, Twilight, and also some of your expansion as well. Yeah. Anything else in mind?
No, we're just really excited that we've expanded into like the Melbourne area. You know, we're taking care of Miami, Fort Myers, Naples. We're up in Jacksonville. And we also just expanded into St. Louis, which was kind of little like spur of the moment type thing. Like, let's just do it and try it out. So we're just excited of how quickly, you know, we've been growing and enjoying this moment.
Nice. Good to hear it. Yeah. That's good stuff. So more from Jannete coming up here in just a moment. Also later in the show, Michelle Fromm, CEO, Shark Branding Solutions on the Consumer Quarterback Show. And also in studio, Bobby Paolini. Welcome in, Keller Williams Realty team leader.
Thank you so much, Brandon. This is an honor to be here. I've been following you for a long time, and I'm excited.
Awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of good things happening. The market is going crazy, and you know, I think realtors are looking for a team to join as well. They're looking to, you know, hey, how can I combine forces now with a market leader?
Absolutely. And at the very least, they have a lot of questions and they need answers. So
That's right.
Great.
Awesome. Good stuff. So more from Bobby coming up here. Let's go back to Jannete. So Jannete SAWDON here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. You know, Jannete, when you think about real estate, of course, the buying trends, the internet presence that people have, 9 out of 10 buyers start their search online. It starts as an internet lead search. And then the first thing they're doing is they're looking at and they're going to be, looking at those pictures from a perspective of, hey, what does this house offer? What are the amenities? And that first impression is what we always talk about.
Exactly. And you don't want to use those, like your iPhone and it's like vertical photos and it has like a timestamp on the side. Like you totally know that they didn't put any effort into making the home look as presentable as possible. And that's what we're here for. It's just, taking this home and elevating it to give you as many showings as we can get you.
Exactly. And showings lead to offers lead to contracts, contracts lead to closing. So when you look at that, one of the cool things that have changed also over the years, in a short period of time, formerly on the MLS, you could only put 25 pictures up. Now you can go up to 100 pictures. That's pretty cool.
It's 100. I think it's a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes can get overwhelming, but hey, 100 photos, you never know. You can add on there your amenities. Add if you have massive walk-in closets or, just California closets or custom closets, whatnot, you can add those too in there. So, being able to add more than 25 photos is definitely been, a great feature for the agents. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great opportunity for agents to, take advantage of that. And then, talk a little bit about drone photography and what you're doing with the drones now as well. I've seen some really cool videos that you have put out as well, just like general promotional videos of, say, for example, Tampa or Clearwater Beach. Really awesome stuff that you can do with these drones.
Yeah, drones are very versatile. You can use them to do lifestyle videos, show off the new roof that you just added on the home, or just overall proximity to, whether it be downtown or the beach or whatnot. So drones are amazing, and they're fun too. So we have a lot of clients just love going outside and just looking at the drone and seeing what it does. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And then now, of course, Matteport also enables that out-of-state buyer. A lot of course, you see the trends, blue states to red states, the urban areas to the rural areas. You're seeing all the different types of trends. But when they're on their internet, they're looking on their home computer or even their smart devices. They're looking at these drone videos, the pictures, and then Matteport helps them also kind of take it to the next level also from a perspective of seeing the different angles.
Oh, yeah. So Matteport boomed last year, because COVID. So it was definitely a great feature to have for out-of-state buyers. But not only that, it was also, for those that wanted to be a bit more careful and just they used the Matteport to look through these homes. And what's really cool about what I like to tell our clients is Matteport is detailed. You can zoom in, you zoom out, you can measure walls using the Matteport. So the Matteport is pretty amazing.
That's pretty neat. You're able to measure so they can start sizing up their furniture and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. And
cool.
you don't have to go to the house to measure the walls. You can just use the Matteport.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then twilight as well. So a lot of times you're taking these twilight pictures in the evening just to really say, hey, what does this property look like in the evening time?
Mm-hmm. So, those are great. Twilight photos are amazing for any home that has any pool features. If they have a fire pit feature in the back or fire features at all, or amazing exterior lighting. Twilight is a must when it comes to that. But we also do this other option. It's called the virtual twilight. So what we do is we take your day photos and we can do a straight on shot. We can do a drone shot. And then we take that and make it look like it's night. So sometimes you have a bit more, for sure you'll have a really pretty sky with the virtual twilight versus when you do the actual physical twilight.
Right.
So.
And if you just joined us, we're talking with Jannete SAWDON. She is a general manager for Febre Frameworks, local real estate photography company here, based in Tampa Bay and all throughout the state of Florida, as well as in St. Louis, Missouri. And what kind of feedback are you getting? Because when you do virtual staging, I mean, that's something else that's really cool. It saves a lot of money. Sellers aren't having to move a bunch of furniture in and out and pay a lot of money to have the property staged with, couches, chairs, different types of photography on the walls or paintings, et cetera, on the walls. What kind of feedback are you getting from realtors and also, if you do happen to talk to clients?
Yeah, so I actually just recently spoke to one of our clients that does virtual staging for every single house that she has as vacant. She says for her, it's definitely a must. She has buyers coming into the house that have our photos on their cell phone with the virtual staged photos and just comparing that to what they're actually seeing in person. And they're like, oh, wow, I can see why they would put, a couch or table here or whatnot. So that was actually, I was very surprised to hear that the sellers or buyers were actually walking through the home with their cell phone and just comparing the two and kind of opening up their imagination a bit, taking their furniture and what they have and then placing it, in their mind, inside the house and seeing, if this works for them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And it helps you from the listing perspective as well. When you're able to show some of your current listings, show the current prospect, the client that you're looking to list their property, and you say, this is what my photography ends up looking like. Here's the proven results. Here's the photography. Here's the drone shots. The virtually stage is a big part of it because you can really save them a lot of money when it comes to staging versus doing it virtually.
Right. And do you have to, I've always been curious, but do you have to have some sort of insurance when you do virtual staging, or is that just like on the company or not virtual staging, sorry, physical staging, or is that just on the company?
I think that's going to be a third-party transaction on that. Yeah.
I've always been curious about it.
But yeah, because that brings up a point too. If you're bumping the walls as you're moving stuff in and out, you got touch-up paint or whatever might happen there.
Or if a buyer comes in and just happens to, the vase is missing. What happened to that?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So virtual staging is a great option for realtors out there. Now, are you doing other than real estate photography? Are you guys doing other stuff outside of that scope now?
Definitely. I mean, we go into even like businesses. They hire us to do promotional videos for their businesses. We've gone into obviously property management. I know that falls under real estate, but we do that as well. We've done some videos for some hotels for their marketing. And then, definitely just like lifestyle and businesses is what we've gone into. We also, outside of real estate, we do food photography, weddings, and we can do event photography as well. But definitely our niche has always just been real estate photography. So
very good. All right. Well, Febre Frameworks here on the program. Jannete SAWDON, thanks for spending some time with us. Any final thoughts?
Thanks for having me. Final thoughts is, I'm always here and available. So whenever anyone needs, any staging or listings or whatnot, I'm here. Shoot me an email, text me, call me, and we're always available.
All right. So. And the best place to get you at is it FebreFrameworks.com?
It is FebreFrameworks.com. Go to the Book Us tab, and you can put in a site submission, or you can give us a call or text us at 813-906-8300.
All right, FebreFrameworks.com, 813-906-8300. Thanks, Jannete. We appreciate you.
Of course. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here. We got our feel-good story of the day coming up, as well as Keller Williams. We got the team leader in the house, Bobby Paolini, on the program here. Video shows, here's our feel-good story. Video shows hero cop lift overturned car off woman's head. Really cool story out of Virginia here, coming up on our feel-good story of the day. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
My friends, when choosing a listing agent to sell your home, their track record is critically important. Dennis Prager here for Brandon and Lindsay Rhymes, owners of Platinum MVP Team at Keller Williams Real Estate. They're consistently rated by the MLS in the top 1% of all Tampa Bay realtors, and that's a big deal. Brandon and Lindsay are always among the top realtors in the state. Call them today at 813-750-0550.
Find them at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Selling commercial or residential property? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP Team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. Reach me at 813-670-7372 or platinummvpteam.com.
My name is James DeJerome, and I produce the Consumer Quarterback Show for Brandon Rhymes. The Consumer Quarterback Show is a team, a group of like-minded professionals who partner together to provide our audience sound advice, knowledge, and information to make them wiser consumers. We work with all types of business owners and aggressively promote our local economy. We're currently conducting interviews for our expert contributors. If you own a business or know someone who would benefit from the exposure our show provides, please contact us at 813-750-0550 or online at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP Team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals. If you're buying, selling, or investing, we would love to talk to you. And we like to feature our real estate listings live on air on the program. And this way it helps our sellers maximize the exposure on and the profit on the sale of their real estate properties. I got a commercial opportunity. It's a corner lot, 1780 Clearwater Largo Road. And this property is listed just above $200,000. I think it's around $230,000 or so. 1780 Clearwater Largo Road, commercial building, corner lot location on a major thoroughfare right here in Pinellas County. You got about 40,000 vehicles a day passing by right here in Tampa Bay. Palm Harbor or Clearwater area, that main thoroughfare that's running north and south. Great opportunity on Clearwater Largo Road, 1780 Clearwater Largo Road, that is, right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. All right, we got a property as well, 202 South West Shore Boulevard. This is vacant land. So we sell residential, commercial, and vacant land properties, and this one is a great opportunity to build a home right in the Beach Park area of South Tampa. It is 202 South West Shore Boulevard, and also potentially to convert that to a commercial zoning because you're just south of Kennedy on the east side of West Shore, right there by Cleveland. So great opportunity to own real estate right here in Tampa Bay. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. And we give a quick shout out to Chad Irrigation. Victor and his team do such a great job over at Chad Irrigation. I can tell you from firsthand experience, they did a first-class job on my property, accessing lake water to run our sprinkler system. Chad Irrigation. Reach out to Victor and his team and make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. All right, we got Bobby in studio here, Keller Williams out of the Clearwater Palm Harbor office, and yeah, man, a lot of good things happening. The market's super hot. I mean, listing agents are happy, buyer agents are frustrated. Investors are challenged because they're like, oh, I want to buy, but everybody else is buying. Specifically in Tampa Bay. Where do you want to start, man?
I think we can start there. I mean, I want to give a visual to everybody listening.
Yeah.
It seems like the market now, as if we're all standing in a funnel with dollar bills just being blown in the air like the old 80s game show.
Yeah.
And those with the biggest hands are grabbing the most. But even though there's money everywhere, it doesn't mean it's necessarily kind of falling in your lap.
Right.
So this market, it seems easy, and a lot of consumers are enjoying the TikTok videos. But for a lot of real serious agents, they're in trouble. So it's important that, they stay in the know and they stay in the loop on, some good practices and best practices and who they're doing business with. So if I could, I'd like to do a little testimonial about Febre Frameworks. I know we just
absolutely.
had Jannete on there. I started selling, actually, which I don't now, almost 7 years ago. And I met Sean Febre, who actually is the founder of the Febre Frameworks. And I remember I got his number from another friend, and he came over and did a big shoot, was there for 3 hours. And, 2 days later, he calls me and he says, "I'm so sorry, but I can give you all these photos, but I got to get better at what I'm doing. And I'm not really happy with the results, and I'm sorry." And he apologized. It was the craziest thing ever. I'm like, "We'll do that." So I respected that, and I offered him the ability to just try and do it one more time to make it work. And he did, and he liked it. And that was Sean Febre, and that was a little over 6 years ago. And then I met his brother Manny, who had built it up, and just to see the quality of workmanship that they do now, the people they have working for them, the reach they have, the knowledge they have to help real estate professionals do better and win in that first impression part of the deal that you were talking about with Jannete, winning online, and seeing Manny kind of get involved with stuff like this, being involved with other agents, other realtors, other brokerages. Participating in advertising with companies like Tampa Bay Real Producers, the Top 500, just an unbelievable company to work with. So if you need photography for anything, or you happen to be in real estate, I love Febre Framework. So great guest you had on here.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
that.
Well said. They've got all the systems in place too. It texts you, the photographer's on the way. Your photography session is done. So they've really updated and all the different technologies too. So it really keeps you aware, and that's great to keep your client aware. Hey, they're processing the photos. We'll have them up online within the couple of hours. So yeah, that's awesome. I love that idea of the real estate photography. And then when it gets out there, also when you look at real estate agents, there's these 100% companies. There's these there's challenges coming from the Z word and these different companies. I don't even like saying their name. The big companies, and then you got the market leader. You got Keller Williams with $400 billion in sales last year. Our market centers, I think, did what, 1.7 billion? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, 1.7 billion for our ownership group and our market centers. So people, if realtors are out there listening, what would you say is one of the key advantages to bringing their licensing over to Keller Williams?
The advantage is that there's no ceiling. Keller Williams is known to be the land of and, not or. Right? It's not about, granted we have the best systems for not only getting clients to sell their house, but converting those appointments into transactions and getting it at 6%. But it's about the fact that you could do and be and have anything you want, right? If you're happy where you are, meaning, you love the environment and the volume you're doing and the time you're allotting to do it, that's great. That's what we want. We want agents to be happy and productive, because then the consumers win. As a third-generation realtor myself, I even wrote a book on real estate long before I had the team leader role, just because I just wanted to elevate the industry. And I'm loving the role I have now at Keller Williams Clearwater as the team leader, because a rising tide raises all boats.
Nice.
And there's something that I teach called the 6 Conversations, and it's basically what we call it at Keller Williams, and you might know of it as the opportunity map.
Yeah.
Right? So if somebody wants leverage to sell more homes, I'd say we'd have the tech talk or the wealth talk. What can you use in and of yourself to sell more homes in the 24 hours that we all get? If somebody wants more, like they want to make more money, then we should talk about the profit model and the indie model or the independent model to see how you can increase your money. Because it's not so much how you bring in, what you bring in, but it's what you keep at the end of the day. Sure. And as a single agent, I've gotten way up there on the scale by myself, knowing that at some point with only 24 hours in the day, something had to give. I needed asset leverage, people leverage, or you want to save more time.
Yeah.
Right. We only get one life to live. So, if you want more, great. Sell more homes, make more money, save more time. We also have conversations called the expansion model or the people model for more leverage and systems built in. In fact, I'm part of an organization that's worldwide with investors, and most of them that own real estate franchises, they all own Keller Williams franchises, because everything is kind of in the box, a system that was created over 40 years ago by the one and only Gary Keller. He's got a book on almost everything.
Yep.
And there's just so much to offer. So if you're kind of being held back, or you've gone even 2 years with hitting the same sales mark, and you're ready, willing, and able to go further, there's no better brokerage than Keller Williams Realty.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the technology, the education, the training, the support, the camaraderie that you find, the willingness to share ideas, it's really such a cool environment to be in. And then just so many advantages too, just, to have that model. The expansion model is something I want to personally look at a little bit more too going forward, just getting into other markets and, expanding the team that way. That's what I like about it as well. And there's a model for that. So that's what's cool about it. Coming up, we're going to take a quick break here. More with Bobby Paolini from the Consumer Quarterback Show right here. Keller Williams on the program. And we're going to talk about, continue this conversation. Talk a little bit about let's talk about the investor side. What are investors seeing? We can break down some different parts of the market and see, kind of what Bobby's take is on that as well. And later in the show as well, Michelle Fromm, she's in the house as well, CEO Shark Branding Solutions. And we'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
You ready, Johnny? Alrighty, everyone, please stand by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
All right, we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. We'll let you know about some hot listings that we've got right here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Got some great opportunities on the business side. I got a couple businesses for sale, commercial buildings and businesses available right here in Tampa Bay. 5402 U.S. Highway 92. I've got a bar for sale in Plant City. It's a corner lot location, large parking lot, and it also has $12,000 to $14,000 per week in income. So it's got a 4 COP liquor license available as well, 5402 U.S. Highway 92. Got a bar for sale out in Plant City, the Finish Line Saloon. Great opportunity here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Also, 1602 East MLK Boulevard. This is Gill's Body Shop right in Tampa Bay. It's a 45-year business, been operating for 45 years. There's tremendous repeat customer satisfaction, people coming in looking to get their vehicles serviced. Gill's Body Shop, 1602 East MLK Boulevard, corner lot location as well, right here in Tampa, close to I-275, close to I-4. And you can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And let's give a shout out to the Bilmar Beach Resort, the official hotel partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. That's the beautiful Bilmar Beach Resort over on Treasure Island. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on special offers and incentives just by mentioning that you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. And the Bilmar Beach Resort, they've got 2 pools on site, Sloppy Joe's Beach Bar and Restaurant, live entertainment 7 days a week. Great opportunity for a local staycation. And make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. All right, in studio, we've got Bobby Paolini, Consumer Quarterback Show guest. Also, Keller Williams Realty. He's out of the Clearwater location, team leader for our office. Our office has close to like 480 agents roughly, right? I mean, is it down a little bit now or somewhere in that range?
We're actually going up. Yeah,
going up. So I know sometimes as the market changes, the realtor count changes, right, at these different organizations. It's funny to see the trends. I remember I used to look at a lot of those with Jessica, just seeing like, okay, well this one company had this many, and that now their agent count is down. Which one I'm probably talking about too. That's kind of we won't go there,
loud and clear.
Yeah. So, anyways. Let's talk about investors. What are you seeing on the investor side? What are you hearing out there? I mean, Airbnb, vacation rental by owner. There's a lot of these different types of companies that are revolutionizing that space when you look at hotel rooms versus having your own private VRBO, which we had in St. Pete, which is great this past weekend for a wedding, and we walked to the Beach Drive and it was perfect. I mean, literally 1 block away. My wife does such a great job with those types of things when we travel. But that's a niche in the business, the VRBO, those types of things. And then you have, of course, all these different areas of investment opportunity. What are you seeing out there on the investor side?
Well, that's actually what we're calling the now client now. That's who regular real estate professionals want to start talking to as well. Mm-hmm. And for any of the investors listening to your show, they just need to call you, right? They need to have Platinum MVP team kind of do a lot of the legwork, because as well as I do that it's the agents with the boots on the ground that are getting the best deals, right? By the time it's on some public website that somebody can just look on their phone from an app that's made by another third-party consumer company, it's not all that great. And if it was, wouldn't you think that realtor would buy it? You know what I mean? Or the person selling it might refinance, cash out, do something different with it. But in this market, looking at investors now is like fishing upstream. And what you really want to do is think about if you have been renting something out for the last 20 or 30 years, and you would agree that you haven't seen a market like this as far as equity, or even why there's that much equity. Mm-hmm. And you might not be doing it for another 5 or 10 years and could be retiring or have enough equity in the house, your primary residence, that you could sell and make money too. Now would be the best time to either wholesale it to another investor and let them flip it and improve it and sell it, or be your own investor and improve that property that's been rented out for 20 years and then sell it and cash out, right? Be your own Social Security provider, your own investor for yourself. And I think that's the beauty of investing. And with Keller Williams Realty, Gary Keller wrote the book, right? He wrote Hold, Flip, the MREA, which is the Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And it's just a lot of what to look for, how to fish upstream, because once we have the clients who are selling now, who were investors 20, 30 years ago, then we're going to have an asset to then attract future investors who are going to want to do that for the next 20 or 30 years. Mm-hmm. So for local real estate professionals, this is when we really need to start reaching out to our clients who are investing or want to get into investing.
Yeah.
And then for investors, don't be afraid of this market. If you see things are selling at multiple offers, that's just because they're absolute cream puff unicorns. Mm-hmm. But the ones that are literally just kind of not touched at all, they're actually selling less than they should relative to the improved items. Plus, just look for those rare properties. Look for those geographic advantages that money can't buy. Mm-hmm. Where it sits, lot size, the local attributes. But for investors, you want to look at that because you can always improve the physical nature of what it looks like. But look for what's around it, what's to come, the zoning. I heard you talk about changing zoning. That can be done as well. So don't let that deter you. But this is a great market for investing.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great opportunity for that. I like what Gary says to get your unfair share.
Yeah.
Go out and get your unfair share.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So when you think about the company as a whole, Gary Keller, Keller Williams, and the different books, the leadership, Jay Papasan, just great leadership as well, Mo Anderson, and just the like. What else do you think is something out there that's attracting people to the organization?
Well, the culture, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
The 114 of us got together for Red Day, which is Mo Anderson's birthday, and built 104 beds for children in our community in Pinellas County that would otherwise be sleeping on the floor.
Wow.
That's
and then awesome.
It's incredible. And that's a power in numbers, not just to serve your community, but to serve yourself with what we're going to be doing together as far as helping you leverage your team and expand to other market centers or building beds for a great cause. Or even things like showing assistants or floating administrators or a list of transaction coordinators or a team of staff who is there to help find, train, and secure growing teams with leverage. Or agents who really are maybe changing their mind and looking to support a team because they know everything about real estate. They're just not at the top of the, so to speak, the funnel bringing in the opportunities.
Right.
But they're boots on the ground, leveraging the time of a rainmaker or a big team leader. And so it's just great. It's almost like I'm an air traffic controller, just making everyone efficient and effective, which helps the consumer. And of course, my job, which is growth, retention, and profit for all 480 of the staff and the agents. And I love it.
That's awesome, man. And the passion comes through. You can definitely tell, Bobby, doing a good job, man.
Thank you, sir.
So we got about a half a minute left or so. Give us your final thoughts, nuggets of advice, parting words of wisdom.
Oh, very nice. I say don't let any negative things you see on the news throw you off course. Whether you're an investor or you're a real estate professional, keep going. Don't look at the statistics. Don't look at the amount of realtors out there versus the amount of houses. That was based on what people did in the past. You know, and if you're running from the bear in the woods, you and one other person, you don't have to run faster than the bear, just the other guy, right? So, don't let that deter you. But if you are somewhere and you want more, you're willing to do more, you're able to do more, but you're just stuck in the same spot you are, we know we're only going to grow to the extent of our environment. And I would ask that you reach out to me, reach out to you, Brandon Rhymes, and let's talk. Because if you want to sell more homes, if you want to make more money and you want to save more time, and you want to be secure in an industry that is constantly changing, come see us at KW.
Yeah, absolutely. Reach out to the hotline. We'd love to talk to you. 813-750-0550. Call or text the hotline. 813-750-0550 is our hotline. It's an off-air number. You can call or text, and we would love to talk to you. And all right, good stuff, Bobby. Thanks again. Appreciate you coming in. Bobby is the team leader over at Keller Williams Clearwater there. Coming up, we got Michelle Frome in studio, CEO Shark Branding Solutions here on the show, plus our feel-good story of the day as well. Video shows hero cop lift overturned car off woman's head. Really cool story coming up right here in our feel-good story of the day. We'll be right back after this short break.
This is SAWDON, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
This is Diane Vance with Febre Independent Mortgage, a member of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Please give me a call for any of your mortgage needs. We do all sorts of loans. If you would like information on a mortgage, you can text me or call me at 727-647-8199. I will take care of all your mortgage needs. Go to my website at dianevance.com.
Ian Beckles here with my man Brandon Rhymes, a.k.a. the real estate quarterback. Brandon, what's happening with the market?
Thanks, Ian. We are in a low inventory market, so any of our listeners are homeowners and would like a free comparable market analysis or a 2.5% listing, we will honor this for the first 3 listeners who call or text in 813-773-1253. Free CMA and a 2.5% real estate listing at 813-773-1253.
Check out consumerqb.com. Selling commercial or residential property? Don't leave money on the table. List with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. I'm Brandon Rhymes. Reach me at 813-670-7372 or platinummvpteam.com.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals if you're buying, selling, or investing. A couple of hot properties here in Tampa Bay. I got 801 and 803 East Palm Avenue in Tampa. These are multifamily investment opportunities, cash cow, income-producing properties that are being rented as short-term rentals, hostels. 801, 803 East Palm Avenue. Also, adjacent to that is 1905 North Taliaferro. Great opportunities to buy real estate. You can see all of our properties at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, every day we tell you something good here in our Feel Good story.
Tell me something good.
All right, so you got a heroic act of a Virginia sheriff's deputy single-handedly lifting a vehicle off a woman who was trapped underneath and was caught on video by his body camera. So Sheriff's Deputy John Holt responded to an overturned vehicle with an entrapment. The driver was laying underneath the vehicle with her head pinned by the sunroof. The trauma of the woman's child was experiencing, witnessing this situation, pushed Holt into overdrive. The Sheriff's Office would like to recognize Deputy Jay Holt on an unbelievable incident that occurred. They wrote on their Facebook page, and as many may know, Holt received and accepted both the regional and local top cop awards from the Greater Hampton Roads Regional Crime Line on February 2nd for his commitment to public safety and saving the 2 lives of individuals from a burning house on the afternoon of March 24th. And through sheer will and determination, due to fearing the female may succumb to her circumstance in front of a panic-stricken child, Deputy Holt took quick action and was able to physically lift the vehicle enough for the driver to maneuver her head out safely. And wow, what a pretty cool story. Captured again on video on the tremendous act of courage there from the deputy. So, all right, welcome back in, Michelle Fromm. Welcome. Good to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited. Like I said, it's my first, being back on the radio in a year.
Yeah,
so.
Been a little while. Sharp Branding Solutions.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, we are relaunching actually today, which is really exciting. So after being completely wiped out by COVID in 2 days, it's we were one of the casualties among many other, companies and businesses around the country, around the world, that went out and, just kind of trying to figure out what to do next. And, there's nothing more disheartening than being a business owner and knowing all the sacrifices and vacations you didn't take and every penny you invested just to be wiped out. So it was, I can say that the last year has been probably the most challenging that I have ever experienced in my entire life.
Right.
And if there's ever been any chance of any particular type of obstacle or mountain in my way or test of any values or convictions that I've ever had, I have been put to the test. And I am happy to say I am today at the finish line, still standing and still just as strong as ever. And it's been good. And I'm, my values for my business has changed, which has been phenomenal. And my direction for what I want to do has been phenomenal. And I know a lot of businesses have really felt the same struggle and felt like they failed. And I did too. And then finally, when I really looked back at it, I said, you know what, this isn't failure. This is just me learning and me figuring out and taking that message and taking it on to other businesses so we can support each other and all build back up again. So it's been a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm happy. So it's good. And, you have a lot of people on your show here that are small business owners, and a lot of them had a reduction in staff, and they still have to figure out what they're doing and how to bring in business, through the door. And they have limited funds. And I had the same experience to where I lost every client I had in 2 days because they were all, resorts and bars and restaurants just gone.
So hospitality got hit hard.
Gone. And so my business. So instead of selling people something that I couldn't guarantee that they need is I was out of business. So I volunteered and my staff volunteered, and we created crash courses and anything I could do. I didn't sell anything and just say, if I'm out, it's fine. Here's all my secrets. And I helped some survive, and it's great. It was probably the biggest blessing ever because word got out and everybody came back and they're like, here, give us your business. And I was like, this is great. I have no team and I can't afford a team. And how am I going to run my business as a one person and do the same quality that I was doing? And out of it, I created a business in a box. And so I've rebuilt my own business using my own software and my own solutions and marketing solutions. And now I don't have to outsource or hire a team or anything. And now I'm bringing that to every business out there that says, if you have any type of business idea, you don't need a marketing team. You don't need employees. You don't need anything. I've got it right here. And it's the best available things on the market that's going to be out there and that really empowers these business owners, while also giving them a community of other mentors and other experts in the field, because that's what I really found was that when I had no team, I really felt isolated and alone. So when you're feeling like this rough and you don't have a support system, just makes it worse. So I created my own online community as well. So
nice.
And it's full of investors and mentors. And I do lunch and learns, virtual lunch and learns, virtual conferences. And it's, I teach people everything they need to know to run their business efficiently with very little overhead. So they're free. And that's the whole point of the American dream, right? Is to own your own business so you're not owned by someone else. And what happens is you get into your own business and you suddenly have to learn QuickBooks and you have to learn how to market and you have to learn how to do sales. And you end up spending so much time on your business and you're torn between hiring people and losing money or working all the time and not having your family, and you basically become an indentured servant. So what I've created in my relaunch that happens today is opening it up so nobody has to be an indentured servant anymore, and they can be a one-man team and have more time and play harder and have more money. And it sounds completely contradictory, but I'm here standing today saying I did it, and I'm relaunching today, which is really cool.
So what does that look like? By the way, if you just joined us, we're talking with Michelle from Shark Branding Solutions. She's the CEO. And what does that actually look like then? If a client were to call and say, hey, what services do you offer? How can you help me?
So what I do is I start out with having access to this platform, and what I call is it's a CMO starter kit.
Okay.
And what you do is it plugs in all of your different like your Google Analytics, your social media accounts, like everything that you need digitally to understand where your leads are coming through, and also to see where they fall short. And it shows you visually what it looks like. And then it helps the person walk them through the customer journey. So maybe they don't buy here, but they buy over here. And it shows anybody who knows nothing about marketing, here's what we're spending our money on. Here's where we need to reallocate.
Yep.
Here's what to fix on the things that matter. So instead of most marketing people are like, oh, you need a website. Well, why do you need a website? Do you really need a logo in order to sell? No, you don't. This is the real stuff that business owners care about that drive revenue immediately instead of all the fluff that as a marketer I can sell you, but this is stuff that matters. And there's little built-in tutorials that teaches them how to do it. So now I have the option of the DIY version. So any startups or solopreneurs get the same work and options that anybody that wants it done for you. So I can walk them through based on their budget, and so I grow with them. And then in that, I have worked out some different partnerships with software and with different partners and everything, to where if you need social media or if you need Google Ads done, you can use your current vendor, or I have an exclusive store in there, and you just can go and buy it, and it's all done for you. All the work is fulfilled there on the platform. You can see it, how it's done. It automatically sends you reports that you, business owner, has no idea what it means. Like, here's what it is, here's what's working, recommendations. And then also you can see what needs to be changed. And it's just basically a CMO on demand. And then, but there's other business options too.
CMO, Chief Marketing Officer?
Yeah, Chief Marketing Officer. And, but you can do other things in my store too. So I kind of have it broken into options. We've got, starting, so anybody who's starting, and then there's, I think it's startup, accelerate, and then, grow. And it basically is there to walk them through everything. Anything you could possibly need for a business, I've got it. And it's cheaper than anything you'll find on the market. It works better than anything you can find on the market. And then with that, you also need a community. So before I had all of, we're Shark branding, right? So we had all of these great employees, and I lost them all. And so I called them my sharks. So what I did was I created a community called House of Sharks. And instead of me hiring more employees, I brought the best CEOs in the industry in there to be your mentors and to guide you and to help you guys. If you have any questions, stop guessing, stop reading articles, stop reading things that may or may not work, because you don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
So here's my House of Sharks, my community. Every one of my clients are, that are in there, they're automatically in that community, and they have access to all of us too. So nobody has to be alone anymore and try to guess and figure out what's working and waste money and time that nobody has. And so that way they can get up and running efficiently, and there's no more waste anymore. And it really empowers the customer, instead of us just saying, hey, we're going to do this and this, and they have no idea what we're doing and what's being done. And it's teaching our clients, so that way they can't be taken advantage of anymore. Or if there's any position that happens, like what COVID before, they have the best opportunity possible to sustain and survive.
Nice.
Yeah. So
it breaks it down. It makes it simple. So I'm hearing, like, that's a great theme, simplicity. And then, so driving leads, it's going to have accountability. You're going to see the Google Analytics. That's going to show you where you're getting your clicks from, essentially. That's pretty cool.
It is. And there's really innovative options that I have in there. So how do you have a sales force without having to hire a huge sales force? So I've paired different apps and technology in there. So anybody can have a chat bot. Anybody can have text messaging, where before it seemed really hard for anybody to navigate what they need and what they don't need. Now it's, here's what you need.
Nice.
Here's how it works. Do you want me to do it or someone else to do it? So one example is a lot of these small businesses had to change their hours because of COVID. Now, in order to change all those hours, it takes you 300 hours to go and make all the changes to these business listing sites that are going to drive organically. I now replicate it with a click of a button. It saves you 300 hours by clicking a button.
Wow. Sounds like some really awesome software. Michelle from Shark Branding Solutions. Reach out. We'd love to put you in touch with her. And thank you, Michelle, for coming in. We had a great show today. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you stop by consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.